Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be that powerful eldritch being from the Cthulhu mythos? Or to lead mighty behemoths through the void to invade all sorts of worlds? Or maybe to be a peaceful planet where life flows in harmony? Ugh, no. Or maybe you think you're so amazing that if you were cloned endlessly you'd create an unforgettable and mighty civilization. All of that is possible in Stellaris, the newest DLC, Biogenesis. But as an anime fan, I couldn't help but create a race of tentacles. Literally, a collective mind species whose sole goal is to spread and convert all organic life into biomass. So, let's get to work, my little tentacles. Lucas here. Okay, at first I wanted to train my dragon, but as it usually goes with Paradox games, something just doesn't work. Of course, huge thanks to Paradox for sponsoring this episode and letting me live out my twisted fantasies and getting paid for it. As for you, my dear viewer, you should know that Stellaris is completely free this weekend, so you can try it out. And if you enjoy it, I encourage you to buy it using the link I got from Paradox. It'll support me indirectly as well. And if you'd like me to record a different starting setup, like as a genetic predator species or a mysterious citadel, let me know in the comments. Meanwhile, my tentacle nation has just been born. I ended up in a beautiful and picturesque system called B1. Yes, I know, I'm very creative. My nation's special trait is that it doesn't have population. Instead, it uses biomass. The Zerg biomass from StarCraft, very fair comparison. First, I'll focus on my home planet, since the whole system with planets and population has been reworked again. The most important building for me is the Cradle of Rebirth. It uses food and minerals to produce biomass. You can see its growth in the same tab where you'd normally track population for other species. Okay, I don't have population growth, but if we go to the economic tab, we see something special. I seemingly have just one pop, but each one provides me with 1,000 workers, meaning I don't need pop growth to have maximum building efficiency. Which is great, because apparently the population mechanic is still broken. Although Paradox is patching like crazy, so who knows, maybe it works now. Research looks pretty normal for now. Initially, I'll focus on speeding up research and boosting the efficiency of food and mineral collection. The basic resources I need for biomass production, at least until they're replaced by populations of other species. After all, I'm playing a very hungry species, so my little tentacles must now reach beyond my home system, which I have already dominated. I already see a few juicy targets nearby, especially that level 23 planet. Oh yes, so I pick my science ship and send it off to explore all those systems. Soon, my tentacles can choose their first tradition path. For the first one, I think expansion will be good. I want my tentacles to reach the farthest corners of the galaxy. What's unique about my tentacle species is that they basically need food and alloys for everything. I think looking at the design of the stations explains why that is. Tentacles also colonize in a very specific way, no ships are sent, they simply spot a planet in range and terraform it into colonization. Spores have been launched. Soon all worlds will become one. Some worlds are yuck. Like this desert one, my tentacles won't reach it yet. First victim? No, come on, that thing looks like flying. I can't even say the word on YouTube. My eyes caught a mega structure, or rather its symbol, and it turns out to be a destroyed ring world. Not a bad start, though can I even live there? Turns out I have to abandon this one because it's a holy world, which means there's a fallen empire nearby, and I have a feeling I know where. Meanwhile, I've colonized and unified another world. Look how beautifully the tentacles spread. On this world, I'll focus on extracting all basic resources, and maybe specialize in research since I haven't encountered any hostile species yet. After finishing the entire exploration path, my first ascension perk will be becoming an interstellar dominion, mainly to reduce empire size penalties, though the base penalty is massive, plus 200%. That affects research cost, for example, which is not fun. The next tradition path I'll follow is adaptability, feels like it'll come in handy. Increases my habitability and speeds up terraforming. Speaking of terraforming, I found it right in my third research option, so tremble yellow worlds, you'll soon join the Unity. But I'm having weird problems with biomass. I should have more, but it's not increasing. While trying to solve it, I found a bug. Biomass buildings are always empty, yet at the same time fully operational. They always have maximum output. But when I specialize a planet in biomass, suddenly it shifts all population there, thinking the buildings are empty, which then leaves other buildings empty. And soon I'm at a deficit in everything, because literally no building is working at that point. Ah, that paradox, I should be used to this. Back to my districts, I can now specialize thanks to research progress. Now I'll produce a lot more food, so much more. But before I move on to conquering more planets, I need to fix biomass output, so my current worlds produce much more. Here's another problem, I don't really know how much biomass I'm producing. It's not listed even in the planet production summary. That moment when you find one of the best world types, a relic world. Great for science, except there's a catch, it's useless for my civilization. I can't inhabit it and it's too tainted by prior civilization. Any other species would be thrilled to find it. To balance that, something good happened. I found canned food on the ring world. Okay, fine, thousands of cloned bodies, basically canned goods for me. If those clones feed my fungal networks, why don't they give me biomass? But I think I found a solution to my biomass problem. Yes, food. And it came on its own. Interesting food surely doesn't have tentacles. So I'll now specialize my third planet in alloy production. And soon start building more ships and a larger fleet. That's why in the ESAO, or ecosystem, I'll build a bigger spaceport. And same in the Zarkon system. A shipyard must rise there. The first nation I encountered, pirates. Can't attack them yet, their fleets are too strong. I finally discovered the tech I've been waiting to show you. It makes biological ships truly unique. I'll say more once I've researched it. I've also found competition in devouring the galaxy. And it cost me my scientist's life. Not a huge loss, feels like losing a hair. The nice surprise is I can colonize Gaia worlds without issue. Though I'm not sure why I'm even surprised. Gaia worlds are just beautiful, green, living blobs of mud, and so my borders grew, until I encountered some nice aliens. My future prey. But first I should get to know them, so I'm sending in my spy drones. Oh god, how did espionage work again? Totally forgot. Finally, I researched the tech for ships that makes playing with living ships really unique, because when you go into ship design, you'll see 3 segments: young, adult, and old. Yes, you're thinking right, the ships grow up, which means they can become much stronger, like the Weaver, for example. Of course, it doesn't work like you unlock the tech and ships instantly age up. They start generating cycle points after construction and grow over time. Something must be generating those points, I just don't know what yet. Another neat touch, the ships visually evolve as they grow. Shame their tentacles don't get longer. Okay, I'm playing a biological race, but that I can capture a parasite? Did not expect that. It's big and strong. And it infected space beings that were previously neutral, now they're hostile. And the parasite is attacking my planet. But I'm not giving it up, my tentacles are here to defend it. And I must say, this guy is a real toughie. But ultimately, he fell. Finally, I can gather intel about my opponent. Opponent? Victim. I see they already have many worlds, but I think I found the most important piece of info. They have 4 planets and a weak fleet, now I know where to strike. I just need to prepare my hungry invasion fleets and launch the assault, because my tentacles are always hungry. Overall, I really like this casus belli for conquering other nations because you just fly in and take everything however you want. Unless someone beats you, but that probably won't happen this time. In the meantime, I discovered this juicy race of little chickens, as if KFC could defend itself from me. I'll also send a spy here right away to gather intel on my potential target. Meanwhile, I've reached my first inhabited system with my fleet, and from what I see, I don't see any enemy fleets. However weird that may sound, though they are in the neighboring system. And okay, let's admit it, generally Stellaris from the galaxy map level is ugly and not very intriguing, to be honest. Probably most of you think the same thing. But when it comes to the battles and your ships are fighting, I always slow it down to the max and just watch how beautiful it all looks. Especially when you can turn off the entire UI. Well, I won't enjoy this battle. The enemies are already retreating. Oh, shame. I also have to admit that colonizing and operating with this species is completely different. Because even though I have lots of planets I can colonize within range, the constant biomass shortage makes colonization pretty unprofitable. Basically, when playing with biomass, you need to conquer a planet, fill it to the max using cradles, and then move on to the next. It's very different from playing machines standard hive mind, or lithoids. An unforgettable sight when the invasion fleet arrives at a new world and the behemoth ships drop warriors onto the planet. Okay, my bad, that planet is still being colonized. Alright, moving on. Hopefully there's a planet I can capture in the next system. Apparently, there's a population of 1,000. And my fleet arrived and cleaned up the system in no time. They've got a station here, but it's undeveloped. This is the first time I've seen an opponent abandon a planet. Am I clearing out the whole planet too? Looks like my tentacles won't capture any planet. Next planet, maybe this time it'll work. I conquered this desert world so fast I didn't even have time to record it, but now I'm beginning the feast. Next, I invade the capital planet. And here, yes, I managed to click in time. Beautiful, we're eating all of them. Hey, this army is actually pretty strong. You usually lose quite a few of those basic units. Ultimately, 10,000 population, or millions, depending on how you interpret it, is now going to be consumed by me. I wonder how fast my growth will be. 841, 900. Not that much, but I think that's for 100 pop, so it'll last a while. I immediately convert the captured biomass into more cradles to get the highest possible monthly increase, a stable one. That's my focus now. And my tendrils have reached the farthest corners of this empire that became part of me. Literally. They have tendrils on every planet, and I'm now headed to KFC. This entire new sector I conquered, once I fill it with cradles, I think I'll dedicate it to scientific research. I'm already seeing the benefits of this conquest. 57 biomass growth, when I attacked I barely had 30. And my fleet cap has nearly doubled from this conquest. But my research has suffered the most because my empire is expanding. Remember when I said I didn't know how the ships grow? I knew they could get progress. And there's this little button, really easy to miss, that gives me monthly progress. I'm adding this upgrade to all my ships, otherwise they wouldn't grow, though they'd get bonuses. What a blunder. Ooh, destroyers have an effect on the fleet. Plans have changed. Now my ships will age beautifully. And yes, destroyers now affect my whole fleet, though the effect doesn't stack with my other destroyers, so one per fleet is enough. Also, when recruiting a new fleet, I noticed I can immediately recruit mature ships. I specifically use the word recruit because these are living units after all. But why do that? Let them grow naturally. But before I go after KFC, I need to get rid of this infestation that's settled in the neighboring system. But this infestation won't be easy to deal with. Look how much of it there is. Aha! I destroyed their nest, great. So these are their nests, there's one more left. And here's their fleet. I mean those intestinal space worms. And I cleared out the worms entirely, they won't be spawning any more offspring. But I did suffer losses, so now I'm heading to the nearest station to repair my ships. And I'll need to train new ones too. And the new ships will still need time to grow up. After extensive preparations, it's time to attack KFC. That target has 9 planets I can consume. Yes, I'm hungry again. Speaking of hunger, I just discovered new competition nearby in the business of eating planets. Honestly, I've had pretty good luck with these stellar entities. Mega structure in 2260. Okay, I have to build it. I encountered the KFC fleet pretty quickly and it's stronger than my previous victims. But my fleet is much stronger now too, since most of my ships have matured. Maybe this is a dumb question, but how do you make sectors these days? It used to be really easy, just click a planet, create sector, and that was it. Now I don't see that option at all. Creating new sectors would help me keep the conquered planets organized. I could divide them, one sector produces basic resources, another research, and another alloys. Right now I have everything lumped together and I lose track of where I'm supposed to build what. I only have a central sector and some outer sectors, but I found another way to manage this, by changing planet specialization. Specialization, aside from the icon, gives bonuses to the chosen focus, so it's worth doing anyway. But to see those icons, you have to switch to planet mode. A dragon? What's a dragon doing here? KFC has a dragon. My fleet arrived at their capital system and they have a dragon here. Let's see if I can take these bees down. Or will it destroy my army? So far the thing's holding up. What's it even doing with those fins shooting beams? Lasers? It's pretty. I want to play as that kind of dragon. But I can't do it. My fleet is doing nothing to it. I had to retreat. Eventually, I made peace with KFC, taking most of their systems. Except 2, for some reason, they won't finish colonizing them. It keeps saying it'll be done soon, but it keeps getting extended every 2 years, literally endless colonization. And I'm not touching that dragon, at least until I get cruisers with big guns. And I just unlocked cruisers, but they seem more like aircraft carriers. Not sure those pew-pews will hurt that beast of a dragon. I also started building a Dyson swarm. I'm curious how the Dyson sphere works, and I wonder, do I even need a Dyson sphere? My resource production is so high, except for alloys and biomass, those are the only bottlenecks in my economy. But realistically, I don't think I'll do anything about it. Speaking of Dyson spheres, I just found a ruined one, and it's so close to my borders. Meanwhile, an intergalactic council formed, and look how many nations I can reach someday. I've also built the Dyson sphere framework. And 10 years later, I finished this massive project, you can't even see it with the naked eye. What happened here? Unless you look at an angle. And now I realize the swarm in the name refers to a type of Dyson sphere, made of millions of mirrors orbiting the sun. Now that's impressive. My swarm has reached such a biomass output that I don't even need more, all planets are fully developed, and I'm starting to suffocate. I have to grow, I need to expand the borders. So I massively expanded the fleet, and I hope that's enough to take down that dragon beast. Also, KFC is seriously annoying me. They have these planets that seem immortal at this point, dividing my empire in half. Which means I can't keep attacking because I can't merge my fleets. Look, colonization still isn't finished. Soon my fleets were ready for the final assault, and they moved out, hopefully that's enough. Oh no, bad luck, my fleet split up and only part of them is fighting the dragon. The other part is attacking a space station, leave it alone, why are they attacking it? Oh, but the dragon seems to be flying toward the second fleet, so they'll link up soon. Good. I hope this will be enough to beat that dragon. But look at that swarm surrounding the dragon, a real swarm. This time I even managed to scratch its armor. Fleet progress. After a while I even pierced the armor completely. But it has so much health. Will I have enough to finish it? I see some of my ships are already retreating. But the fighters won't give up, that's good. Its health is almost gone and yes, we got it, the dragon is down. I'll try to harvest something from its corpse, maybe I'll get something to improve my swarm and biomass. My tendrils are getting stronger. The dragon fight was much easier this time, I lost maybe 20 ships. Now I need to invade KFC's capital planet. Honestly, that invasion felt like pulling up to a drive-thru. Anyway, dinner is served, and I've captured all the planets I could. Unfortunately, 2 immortal planets remain, including that one annoying one splitting my empire in half. And I know it'll keep annoying me until I blow them up. Because yes, you can do that in Stellaris. Maybe in a week after they patch the game. It needs tons of patches. And you, dear viewer, I encourage to check this game out next weekend. Because it'll be free, and if it's free, might as well try it. You might even like it, because honestly, there's no better game than Stellaris in the sci-fi 4X genre. And if you do enjoy it, maybe you'll buy it. And I'd be grateful if you use the link under this video. Let me know how you like this Stellaris video. I haven't recorded this game in a while, so maybe I messed something up. All suggestions are welcome. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe share it with your friends or family to help it reach more people. Because Stellaris is my favorite Paradox game, but it's never really been popular on my Polish channel. In this video though, you can watch my gameplay of the newly announced Europa Universalis 5, which might just become my new favorite Paradox game.